Hi, my name is Mason Baum. I'm here to give you a presentation over the adolescents ages 3 to 6 years old. This is mainly going to be over how they develop and the changes that they make and just all the improvements and differences that you'll see in a kid through these years. The first thing we have to discuss about this is a poem. It is by Kristen Smith. It's called I Can Be a Pal. I can be a pal by smiling at you. I can be a pal when you feel blue. I can be a pal who is honest and kind. I can be a pal when you're in a bind. I can be a pal by saying please and thank you. I can be a pal when no one wants to. I can be a pal every single day. I can be your pal. What do you say? This kind of represents how language improves rapidly at this age. And also, when kids go at this age, they start to go to preschool and they begin to learn how to read. And we'll do a lot of things like this with real basic small words and just slowly advancing this. This is pretty advanced for a 3-year-old, but for a 6-year-old, this is about average. Kids also develop social skills at this age, so when it talks about being a pal, this is where kids start to develop their friendships and relationships with people. Next here, I have a video for you of actually me teaching one of the kids this year named Maverick how to swim.
I'm ready to select all by yourself. All right. Can you make it? No, you can make it. Go ahead and go. Awesome.
All right. All right, this kind of represents how play at this age becomes more constructive. If you asked Maverick, he wouldn't tell you that that was a swim lesson, that was fun. He just thinks we were out playing at the pool, but little did he know that we were slowly improving how he could swim, because when we started, he couldn't even get to the wall from where we stood, and by the end of it, you couldn't tell from that, but he could swim almost the entire length of the pool. Also at this age, kids' attention span starts to improve, so he can actually focus on things like learning how to swim and getting better at that versus doing that for 2 seconds then having to go do something else. Also, kids at this age start to develop their fine motor skills, so they learn how to do things like keep their fingers together while they're swimming and how to do the movements with it. They also learn how to do things like throw a ball. Now next here we have for you is a picture with me teaching a little girl named Ella how to swim earlier this week. Now Ella is 3 years old this year, and she is starting to develop concepts. One concept she's learning is danger. She has absolutely no concept of danger and how that in a bathtub she can be in there and swim just fine, or what she thinks is swim, but she doesn't understand that she just can't go jump into a 3, 5, 10 foot deep pool because she could drown. She has no concept of fear or the repercussions of that, and that's one thing we really worked on, was that she can't do this without somebody with her, and also if she were to fall in, what she should do. And also, as I said before, play becomes more constructive. Can't really tell here, she doesn't look very happy, but she really did have a lot of fun, and she would tell you that. Kids at this age also learn gender identity. Every day before Ella came to swim lessons, she had to have just the right swimsuit picked out, and she wanted her mom to do her makeup and her hair every day. She just saw her mom doing this every day before work, and Ella began to think that this is also what she had to do. And here is a quote from Fred Rogers. Play is often talked about as if it were a relief from some serious learning. But for children, play is serious learning. Play is really the work of childhood. Now, as I said before, play becomes constructive. Kids learn from play. Kids really don't have the attention span to sit there and take a 6-hour test like the ACT. They wouldn't learn anything from that. They learn more from doing things like playing in the pool or playing out in the yard or playing a game, more so than they do from tests and books and things. They have to, what they do, enjoy it, or their attention spans are improving, but there's no way that they could focus on that. Kids also at this age develop kind of an egocentric thinking where they only see things from their side. So when they're doing this kind of play and they're learning, they can only imagine it from their side, what they're learning, which helps them learn faster, but it also makes it a little bit more difficult for kids to play. Finally, here I have for you is a little song that me and the little girl earlier from swim lessons, Ella, sang.
Wash the spider out in the sun and dry the fall.
All right. At this age, kids really begin to see peers as individuals and they develop friendships. Now, obviously, me and Ella aren't exactly peers because I'm 17 years older than her, but she still does see me as a friend because she doesn't quite understand that age difference yet. And I'm never there to do things like discipline or anything like that with her. We just have fun and play games and do stuff like sing Itsy Bitsy Spider. Also, their language increases. I tried quite a few times to get this on camera, but we did sing the Itsy Bitsy Spider together about 5 or 6 times, and then she decided she didn't want to do it anymore when we were going to video it. And also with this age, as you saw in that video, their bodies become less rounded and more muscular. Now Ella's never been what you would call a very round girl, but she's also getting a lot more muscle definition and developing more as a human, looking more and more like an adult compared to, you know, a 3-month-old baby than most kids do. All right, and that's it. Thank you very much.